Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. My name is Mohammed Njai. Um, I thank God for yet another day, and I decided to make this video um, to speak about the Backway and xenophobia that's going on in South Africa. Say no to it, no to the Backway, and no to xenophobia. Um, it's very heartbreaking to see your fellow citizens, friends, families, people you don't even know, but you share this common bond of citizenship, of 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 Africanism in Africa, dying in the Mediterranean Sea, just because they want to go and look for greener pastures, and that they're not comfortable. They don't have the jobs that they want back home. Some of them finish school and are sitting down. They can't find a job. And then again, there's this impression that a lot of people in America or in the diaspora abroad in Europe that they're having a better life, so they want part of it. But we need to be honest with each other and tell our people back home that it is not as easy as they think it is. Um, Even there are a lot of people in America who are U.S. citizens who graduated, had their masters, some of them even PhD, and struggle to find work. Um, it is rough everywhere and it's tough. And we just need to have these conversations with them that, hey, when you come down here, um, you're not just going to be picking up money of the trees or picking up money on the street. You have to work and work and work. You don't have no time for parties, clubbing, and all this life that we so claim. We show these pictures to them as if we're living this flamboyant lifestyle, like these celebrities out there, when that's not the case. Most people in America or in Europe work 12-hour shifts. Some of them don't even get off till the next day. 24 hours. They work 32 hours straight. When I just came to this country, I used to work 32 hours straight. And my first job was at 7-Eleven, in a gas station. I remember when, my manager told me, this is your job, this is what you need to do. And I had to look for a second. I'm like, I never did this in my life. But I was 17 and I needed to take responsibility for my own self. I mean, gone are the days when people would just do stuff for you. In America, when you don't have a job, you're homeless. In Africa, when you don't have a job, you have your parents' house to stay in, or you have a family member that can open a door for you. If you're so hungry, there's someone that would give you food. Here you see homeless people in America, in the richest country on earth. You see veterans who went to war and they're out homeless in the street. So that just goes to tell you, even if you're the richest nation, it is not all just about riches. It is about creating the job opportunities that people can have to have a job. So it is not easy, folks, especially my people back home in the Gambia. I'm speaking to all Africans and everyone taking the back way, but the amount of numbers I saw in the papers, I mean, last week 1,000 people drowned, and they said another 400. Then just 2 days ago or a day ago, there I was hearing that about 100 people or so. And then I saw this video. There's this boat carrying a lot of people with no life jackets on. And then the most amazing thing I saw was that the boat did not capsize in the middle of the ocean. The boat capsized right when there was this big ship. I think it was a Chinese owned ship. For some reason, I don't know if they were trying to get them out of the boat, but it was capsizing right in front of their faces. I mean, I think they were pulling them up, but there's another side to this that I start to believe now. Before people keep talking about it, I'm like, no human being would do such a thing. I believe that some people are intentionally capsizing these boats at some point. I'm not saying all of them are justifiable, but I'm just saying it may just be that they just don't know where to put them and how to feed them, how to take care of them. So they decide that the best thing to do is just, hey, let's just let them drown. Because why are all these leaders not talking about it? Why are they not taking drastic measures to make sure that, hey, every life is sacred and we have a responsibility to save these lives? So I call on the Gambian government, I call on the Senegalese government, Guinea-Bissau, all Africa, AU, I call on the Europeans to do something about it. I mean, the youths are the future. But if we keep allowing our youths to die in such manner, who's going to be left to build Africa? Who's going to be left to build or make all these factories and employ people and the economy flourish? Where's the manpower going to come from if everyone is dying to the sea? So the Gambian government has a responsibility to make sure that they create job opportunities for the youths when they finish the schooling, to make sure that they are provided jobs. I mean, also, the private sector has a responsibility to make sure that, hey, when you made it, go back home and build back, give back. It's all about giving back. It's not just taking. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are now successful, but before they had help. Everyone gets help from somewhere, So the youths also need help. But we just cannot be blaming one individual or one government responsible for all the lives. I have seen some videos, and some of them I'm really impressed. Some of them, it's more like pointing fingers at just one government. That is unfair. Yes, the government has a responsibility. They should be blamed, but not entirely. It's not entirely on them. The parents also have a role to play. It's the kind of life you live. Don't just say that your daughter is now grown or your son is now grown. They need to provide and put so much stress and burden on their heads that they would want to go and sell drugs just to make you happy, or they would just want to go to Europe and go through the back way just to make sure that you guys are taken care of. It doesn't work like that. The parents have a responsibility to support their families and make sure that they give them the proper education they need and the training. This way they can be matured enough to be responsible and say, hey, I don't have it, but you know what? Let me go and we have a lot of mango trees. Why don't we pluck some of these mango trees and sell them? And why don't we create factories? And Africa needs to industrialize. This is what got Europe out of this mess. So we need to industrialize, make mango factories. Why are we importing importing juices like Don Simon and all this stuff? Why can't we create our own juice, create our own food? JFK said it, ask not what your country can do for you, but ask of what can you do for your country. So my fellow Gambians, what can we do for Gambians? The opposition, what can we do to create clinics, hospitals? How can we raise money to make sure that development is happening on both sides? The government, opposition, private sector, everyone. And I call on the government to lower the taxes. Lower the taxes so that it would be conducive enough for businesses to flourish. But if taxes are so high, people don't see, they don't see no profit out of their businesses. So we can all work together on areas that needs to be improved. So ndawi lima wax rek ne len defante ndankat yefi Backway bi is terrible. Bakken waru ko jar ngay jël ne yaa ngi dem di dugga si géej gi di dem di xaru laa ko ooyee. And we have a responsibility not to send money back home for people to be taking the back way. We are playing into the very same hands. And we might have we'll end up having guilty conscience for the rest of our lives, because you know what? We send money so that they can go through the back way and they're now dead. So let us all take responsibility. Let us just not blame one individual, one government. We all have a collective responsibility. Now, South Africa, what is going on there is barbaric. It is uncalled for. It is inhumane. And for Gambians sharing such despicable pictures, I call on you to please take them down. There's something that media should cover and something that should be censored and blurred so that you don't give them mental torture and trauma. Let us stop. And South Africans, why are you killing each other? Why are you killing your own brothers? Why are you even killing innocent lives? Just because they want to earn a living and make money. Why are you destroying foreigners? Why? Why are we so inhuman and so just brutish? Let us stop this killing. This is nonsense. This is crazy. Chopping people's head off and lighting them on fire and kids. What kind of human beings are we? I mean, this is why people just call us animals, because we don't know any better. We are killing our own people. Nelson Mandela must be rolling over his grave. Where's all that he fought for? What is going on? Where are the leaders? Where's the AU? Where's the EU? Where's the United States of America? What's going on? They can't fight everybody. We understand that. But African leaders need to step up. They need to call this out and stop this. This is madness going on in South Africa. You know, this is really sad. Let us all come together and work together. Just because you don't have a job doesn't mean you need to go and kill somebody or take somebody's job or businesses and light them on fire and kill these people on the streets. It is shameful to be African and watching this going on. What have we become? They give us the machetes, the weapons and all this stuff, but we kill each other. When are we gonna wake up? When is the United Nations gonna intervene? Why? Anyhow, as hard as it may seem, we might end up just killing each other, or we might have each other's hands and help each other go through get out of the mud and wipe off all the dirt and start rebuilding again. But this is not what we want to see in Africa. I'm sorry that this video took so long, but what is going on is uncalled for. So no to the Backway, no to xenophobia. Let's stop this violence. Let's go for peace. Peaceful route. There are different approaches, but let us all come together and have a dialogue and move forward. We can solve these problems only if we put aside our emotions and frustrations. What is going on in South Africa is uncalled for. What is going through the Backway is uncalled for. Let us stop this. Let us do something about it. There is no person, no politician that would guarantee you that if they sat in office, they would stop the Backway. They would stop any person from going through the Backway. But we all have a collective responsibility to make sure that it stops. It needs to stop. May Allah guide us and protect us. May Allah bless us, and may Allah protect our youths and guide us all towards the light and not through darkness. May we stop the hate. May we promote love, kindness, and may we lift each other up, empower each other, empower our women, our children. These are the future. Let us all get involved, and that's all I have to say. Assalamu alaikum. May you guys forgive me if this video took this long. Peace.